Hi guys, Nai here. I'm continuing this CEO Susan Fielding playthrough as ARC. I'm recording this on the same day as the previous episodes, so I hope there will be no problems in continuity. What many don't realize about Susan Fielding's take no prisoner approach to corporate growth is that it is the result of numerous failures and years of hardship. As an intern, her first project was destined for failure, with little buy-in from colleagues and no support from her superiors. When leadership pulled the plug, she was shuffled to two more projects that were also canned. These setbacks, however, only strengthened her resolve. As she ascended the ranks of the American Reclamation Corporation, her struggles changed in nature. Fighting institutionalized misogyny, racism, and classism throughout this process, Susan never gave up on the American dream and was sent to space. Okay, we finished this transcendental equation and are stealing science in large quantities. This worker is finished, my ferroxide mines are up and running, and the city of Axiom could use some more manufactories. They cannot be constructed in water, but only on seas, and are better than the mines, even though they cost energy to maintain and produce slightly more production. And let me see if I can get any agreement. I didn't have any in my in the previous episode. I didn't bother with this. Let's just quickly go through this. There are no health-based ones, and the others are not interesting. I could use Outpost Castle Doctrine eventually. No, not really. Nothing there. Just keep stealing science. The mine is ready. I will keep a mine in here because it produces also the culture, but I will build a manufactory over here. Axiom needs more people. Oh, this is surprising. This is very surprising. We found the signal in its entirety. After studying the signal further, we believe it is definitely a message. Something left behind by this planet's previous inhabitants. Is it a warning, a eulogy for a fallen civilization? Perhaps a map telling us where we've gone. We won't know until we've decoded the signal. Ah, I have found it in the progenitor device. In Expedition on a Progenitor, we got 13 affinity towards purity. However, it also gave us the second part of the signal. So this is how it works. We need to explore progenitor devices and progenitor ruins after we have discovered the signal from the transcendental equation. Okay, that speeds up my gameplay very significantly. And in that case, I will not go into prosperity anymore. That would give us a little bit more health. But I'm going for social investment for production for every manufacturing improvement. I may not get there, but that is fine. Axiom has 21 production. Central has 25. Axiom has more potential. Start the work on decoding signal. It will take 41 turns here and 37 turns here. Yeah, let's go and build it in Central. That is a good move, and I will build the beacon in Axiom once it's ready. That means I don't need to go into astrodynamics and orbital automation for deep space telescope, but I will finish this technology and go into something that is actually useful. I could use biochemistry for water refinery and production from water tiles. That's promising. And I could go for industrial ecology for additional production from farm improvements. Yeah, there is not really much to do else. I could go for fabrication because of alloy foundry. Yes, let's do this fabrication biochemistry. And here we go, another artifact. Let's see what we can get. Drone command, nice. Let's go for drone command. I can buy this soon, and we can work 2 more tiles than the city has citizens, which is a very nice building, especially if you like population, and I do. How much does it cost? Drone command 680. I will be able to afford it quite soon. I think I got kind of lucky. that it propped right on the second turn after I started the episode, which is nice. Here is astrodynamics. 2 of my science were successful and got 781 science. The third one wasn't. But I also got half of fabrication, and that is, I believe, overflow. Because the amount was based on astrodynamics, and I got half of fabrication, which needs 900. That means nothing got wasted. It's a bit of an exploit, sure, but do I want more science or do I go for energy right now? I think 5 turns for the energy one is sufficient. I will need a bit more energy in order to afford the drone command building. The drone command building is very powerful. Okay, Axiom has 7 citizens. Drone command 8. No, keep at it and grow. I have some diplomatic capital. Let me check. I need 210. The next trade I would need. I have corporate espionage at tier 3 and subtle at tier 1. This might help me a bit, but I don't really need the espionage anymore. What I need is domestic trade that improves my production. Wonders are being built. It's about time. I have a lot of energy right now. Let's go and buy drone command. I could also buy the auto plant, but drone command is more useful in my capital. My agents were successful in siphoning energy, and I got 300, 600, 800 and something energy, which is nice. Now all my existing agents are special agents. I really want fabrication as soon as I can. There is the other Marvel quest for head. I don't really care about this planet anymore. Since we have discovered a signal from among the stars, we will be able to contact some alien life form outside this planet. And as you can see, the drone command made it so that my city is working far more tiles than it used to. It's producing a lot of food right now. Central is also using a lot of the tiles. Not growing as fast, but that is to be expected at a size 10 city. The manufactory is finished. It produces 4 production right now and 2 on health. I'm not going to battle this on health. An agreement. Yes, I am open to this. Covered operations being 25% faster to complete, which is nice. It's less than what I get, but he can get it as well. If we were allied, it would be 50% faster, and that would match my speed, but he will not get the trait that gives me ability to spy or steal science earlier than other civilizations. But I can improve my traits. I can either go for faster covered agents, but that's just 5%. That's not incredibly good. I will but go for industrialist perk and increase my production yield, because that's the most important thing I have. And suddenly the code signal is being produced faster. And my agents have stolen not a lot of science, but it helped me finishing fabrication and going for biochemistry. All right, next research. I know biochemistry is going to be researched, but that might not be the best idea to spend my agents on. I will probably need some defense. That means defense grid for defense perimeter, node bank, rocket battery eventually. Buildings that improve the defense of my cities so that the AI will not be prone to attacking me. Also, command center is good. Let's go for communications and then perhaps biochemistry. And Axiom should build an alloy foundry instead of growing right now. It will take a long time to grow anyway. I'm not planning to stay on this planet for long. I'm going for the contact victory. And even though it involves a lot of waiting because of the timer that is set up, I will not show most of it in the video anyway. Okay, my agents failed to steal much science, and the intrigue in Tiangong is already at level 5, and anyone can attempt a coup d'etat. That is the ultimate hard covered operation, but I will not attempt it. It might not pan out well. Let's keep stealing science. Utama wants to cooperate. I'm open. Does he have any good agreements? There he is. He's got 2 energy from strategic resources. That might be nice, but not for long. Tax haven, market organization, estate tax, surveillance state. Not really. I'll purchase this tile and build a fishery on it. I will actually go for geophysics next. You can queue technologies by clicking on the first one and then shift clicking the other one. It will show this number 1 as the research to go to next. It's a small detail, but very useful one. See? 1, 2, 3 in queue. We got a manticore, which is a useless unit. Largely useless because of only 10 combat strength. But we also got progenitor ruins with a wall level in affinity. We are at 4 purity and 3 supremacy. Let's go up in supremacy. My workers are so fast that the cities are not keeping the pace of expanding anymore. Let's see, I have 3 artifacts right now, 1 of each type. I can use this pristine models entropy, this better chest set, and tungsten bubbles. For statecraft, not really, thank you very much. I would like another pristine one in old earth, and that might give me access to a wonder. There is biochemistry, and we finished the alloy foundry that gives production from titanium resources, and these tiles are absolutely mad in production. Also, the city needs to build its water refinery. 3 turns, I don't think I need to buy that for, like, it should be 400 energy or something. The city is already pretty productive. Okay, I don't need the worker, let's have it sleep. Upgrade the industrialist one to 12% increased production yield. 15% production out of a lot is a lot. 15% production out of 10 is 1 point. That is not very useful in small cities that do not have a lot of production. But my cities do. Central has 30 production right now, and Axiom has 51, which is very nice. I get the virtue colony for buildings. It's counted into the total, and the missed player modifier 12% that comes from the traits. My city of Central could use a water refinery. Here it costs 540 energy, but I don't mind. I will steal some energy or not. Okay, this turn was bad. A unit was killed. Yeah, that was the risk. And we failed to siphon much energy. Keep on siphoning energy for now. We'll need it to activate beacon and waste our point into alternative markets. My cities I find the central will produce the decode signal in 2 turns. And in 3 turns we will have an auto plant in Axiom. Okay, there's a quest, return to sender by Matun the Barrow. I built 2 older relic buildings. I need to launch an orbital unit. I do not really care about that quest. There it is. Construct project beacon. We have completed decode signal project. And here is a quest for water refinery. I can either get free maintenance or 1 food. Let's have it at 1 food. I don't care about maintenance here. And Central will not build the beacon. It will build... Let's build an auto plant quickly. And Axiom will build the beacon in 1 turn. Oh, there are a lot of expedition sites. I like that. The what I get from virtues from field research. Now 30 science isn't any significant. It's one turn I get, but it's something, and it helped me immensely in the early game, which is I needed to have the virtues very fast, very quick. Here is the beacon. I need to purchase a tile first. I could place it over here. That would be quite the safe solution. I could place it over here and be exposed from this side, but not from my place. Can it be placed on water? Yes, it can, but I don't like that because the aquatic gameplay is very fast, very chaotic. Let's build by this tile and build the beacon over there. Let's see, Reinaldo doesn't like it, and Dominic Sohwa doesn't like it. All my immediate neighbors. That command center would also be nice, and that is why I am going for siphoning energy. All right, we got some 700 energy, and because we have 1300 of it, we can build something in Axiom that is petrochemical plant. It adds some energy value to my petroleum wells, production and energy, and the quest can allow me to get more culture or more production from them as well. Okay, can I set Axiom to produce more? Yes. It would speed up the beacon by 1 turn. Let's shave it off. The next one should be the command center to defend the city. 940 energy. I will have that soon. Here's a quest for our alloy foundry. I can either get to production from titanium mines or for resources. Of course, to production from titanium mines, because I'm using them especially just for the production. It looks like I haven't been to this giant fungus, but someone else has released the spores and fertilized this area. Very unhealthy. I'm at 17 unhealth, but I did not suffer any hit to production yet. Axiom can purchase a command center. It will not help any in producing, but it will boost the defense to 48, just as Citadel has 55. So that means these basic units will not be any effective. Autoplant quest, I get 1 production or 1 energy. I think the 1 production is fine. 12 affinity towards supremacy, nice. This place would be great for a city. It would grow insanely fast because of all this food around the giant fungus. But I'm not going for this planet here. I can get optical surgery in both my cities. But I will go for feed site hub. There is a potential. I get artificial intelligence because my agents were undetected and each of them stole 243 science. Or has returned home and shown me that I have the 6 expedition modules max. I think that is the most I can get out of the game. My capital should build a cell cradle. It has the option to give me additional secret agents. And I have enough diplomatic capital now to finish the domestic trade and have my production yield increased by 15%. I don't need it for long because the beacon will be finished in 12 turns. Perhaps I should have had it a lot sooner. I really need to get a military to protect myself, and that is what I'm going to do next. The next to do is I will recruit defectors. It is a bit more dangerous covered operation that will need level 2, but only level 1 in my case, and will grant me some free units. I hope my agents will be successful, at least one of them, and the units I will be granted are usually the basic ones, like armors and perhaps artillery, but more likely gunners and marines. There is beacon in 9 turns. And I wasn't fast enough. The Amixocho doesn't like me anymore and declared war. The problem with her is she's over here with troops at home. Not much in the way of getting to me. If she were to attack over the sea, she would have to go past Brasilia over here and here. And if she were to go via land, she would have to move through this rift, through this canyon range, and Axiom is only attackable from this side, not really from the north one, because of this, all of these canyons, and Central is only available through this short isthmus. Really, water is the way to go. But just in case it doesn't work, I will build some artillery. And I got Synthetic Thought, which got me 20 affinity towards Supremacy. We reached level 7, and we will improve our units. And we have Saber available once we hit level 9 in Supremacy, which means I should go for something that gives me Supremacy affinity, like power systems. Marines will become disciples. It looks like this war is just out of spite, not really prepared for an invasion. The AI is programmed to do so, and it does, and it delivers. The result is somewhat strange war, not war. It's very awkward. My covered ups as to recruit defectors were successful in 2 cities, and the third one wasn't. That's fine by me. Alright, next one is social investment, 2 production for every manufacturing improvement, which isn't much, but considering Axiom has access to a lot of production, that might be nice. It currently has 67 production, and after we finish the beacon, it can start pumping out military. However, Central got all the defectors, and yeah, nice. There are 3 explorers, 1 ranger, 2 rangers, and a disciple. Going and exploring. Yeah, there is not much else that these explorers can do. They are a weak unit with 6 combat strength. They can hold their own against aliens, but not for long, and definitely not against improved player units. Do I go for stealing science? I don't want to go for more defectors because my energy will not handle that yet. I will need some more units to defend myself and to project strength to induce fear in my opponents, so they will not attack me if they will prefer not to go to war with me. Okay, feed side hub can give me 1 covered agent or 10% worker speed. While worker speed is useful, I have already improved lots. I'll get the covered agent. And because this one was recruited, he's sitting at my headquarters and will increase the chance of operation. They will finally have some support back at home. And I will replace these generators with something more useful, for example, manufactories. A command center can give me 15 city strength or 1 covered agent. I would go for city strength if I was threatened, but I'm really not go for the covered agent and get support from my active special agent. Also, Central can now build some units, and it should build another artillery, this one. And I don't need this manticore, let's delete it. Okay, there is beacon. And I have 2 adversaries usually. There's Reginaldo de Alencar and of course Delming Software, but she will not talk to me anymore. We finished the beacon. The beacon is complete and it is glorious. It stands before us now, a monument not only to our civilization, but to that which preceded us. Completing the beacon, we have inherited an ancient legacy and proven ourselves worthy of contact. The beacon is waiting. We have but to turn it on and all shall be revealed to us. Here we stand on the precipice of first contact. Let us not wait any longer. Here we go, activating the beacon. It's just a button here. We need 1000 energy immediately and will consume all surplus energy each turn it is active. As the beacon broadcast its signal to the far side of the cosmos, we knew our search was at end. The eternal question, are we alone, had finally been answered. There was no way to anticipate who or what we could discover, but we knew that we were ready. All human history has led us to this point. The day mankind emerged from the shadows of isolation and made contact. And there is a preset 45 turns remaining. It doesn't scale off anything else. It's just waiting 45 turns on stand. Our cell cradle gives us 10% fruit production or one additional covered agent. Let's go for the covered agent. And next research will be something that gives us either units, or I will go for cybernetics because of the node bank, and then autogyros for carver and possibly Phasal transporter. Tide hunters will become whispers. My armor into profit, and we got some defectors as well. This time there are no explorers. Okay, there are prophets. There are some artilleries, rangers. All right. Wait, these new ones should go to new cities that are not covered, like Deep Castle, Freeland, and Yongsan. They will take 5 turns traveling additional energy, because once I started operating the beacon, I activated it, I will no longer have any income in terms of energy. Absolutely no change whatsoever. 4 is consumed by the beacon. If I go into negative, I will not lose any energy, as the negative energy will be consumed by the beacon. That's how it works. If I take too many units, see here, my colony can support 19 units. You are over the limit by 4. That means, or 23 units already. I should not go and get another wave of defectors. Fortunate. I will go take these whispers back home. There we go, new artifact. Let's try and combine 3 pristine ones. I can get statecraft. Temporal calculus. All units gain +2 visibility. Oh, that's a nice perk. Take it. It doesn't go into effect immediately. Maybe perhaps it does. Yes. There's a cruiser. Let's bombard it from our submarines. That will not be detected. And while going for the contact victory is kind of boring because I'm only going to wait for 45 turns, there is a little bit of struggle to keep myself alive. I will be able to defend myself with all this military that I have, considering that the AI will not flood me with their own units, and I'm far more advanced than I'm at 8 of supremacy affinity. Let's look. The highest they have is 4. Actually, Duncan Hughes has 4, but he is friendly to me. Daoming Sohua is at 3 only. That means my military is far more powerful per unit, even though I cannot support a lot of them. There's temporal calculus. That's a wonder. That's different. Let's build it in Axiom. I will keep my whispers close. And it exactly looks like the war is just a spoof, and she was forced to go against me in a diplomatic way, but there is actually no war going on. Right? We got some energy, not a lot of it, and all our agents are ready. Soon I will be researching an advanced technology every 4 turns. It was, yes. Now Reginaldo has declared war on me. Simply downgraded our relationship. And let's see. Yes, he is able to launch an assault. However, Axiom will have to defend. There are just armor, marines. Yeah, let's deal with this armor. And my submarines can bombard these. I expected this, and it is good to be ready. Let me see. Contact victory in 37 turns. He has not even started attacking my city. It would be bad if I lost Axion, but I will not lose it to this minimal force here. Again, it pays to be ready. Many of my agents were successful, just one of them. I set them all to steal science. I can add a personality trait, military one, culture, strength per unit of population, military unit production for military units, stronger units are outside friendly territory or inside friendly orbital coverage. That's why you want a lot of orbital coverage, but it's not very important. I don't like these military traits. Protective web might be the best. I will instead go for subtle, and surveillance webs can give me a perk for covered agents that need fewer successful operations to advance in rank, or density hit points. I will take the covered operations, 1000 of science and 600 of science. Nice. 4 of my agents have stolen science in huge quantities. Next research will be physics in order to promote my rangers to a better unit, because they are just the basic ones, into bioengineering. A virtue, we are done with industry, perhaps done with knowledge, prosperity, nothing else matters. I could get 15% towards wonders. Ranger into gunner, and gunner into overseer. It's organics, and I got half of bioengineering. Again, 2 of my artifact wonder constructed. An axiom, the temporal calculus, plus 100 unit visibility, which is huge. Because I can, I will make a sabber. However, my units will now see everything. That means they will wake up on every movement that will destroy all these marines that are advancing. And there are some armors and gunners advancing from the west. Yeah, except these terms. I destroyed one of your units, not much else. I'm not interested in fighting you. That means I've got 3000 energy right now. And don't worry, the agent that was killed was not killed permanently either. I don't know why she is still advancing if we are at peace. Leaf tech costs 15% less science. I believe that is a wonder. Let's go and get this. There is also Chungsu coming. Ah, there it is. Machine assisted free will. It's a wonder. Again, it's very suspicious movement from Chungsu. Here it is. Hantamun declared war on me.
If it's a sin,
I will buy one in Axiom. More than enough to repel the invasion. And we'll build the machine assisted free will. All in due time, but I would also need to buy some units, but Saber will set up first. It is very weak in melee strength, but it's pretty strong in range. I also can improve Tenet, the melee ship, to reveal invisible units. Disciple into Apostle. I got bioengineering and wasted some of the science stolen. That will be biometallurgy. Perhaps I will be able to use an Aquilon. Perhaps I could go for climate control. Special agents will keep stealing science, because there are a lot of ships around here, even though Chungsu has withdrawn. Here's the agent covered agent replacement. Radcliffe will go to Tiangong. Saber has insane range while in city. Let's fire with Saber, and Edict should go over here, and it is 2 tiers stronger ship. There should not be. Quest, as with man, found a new city for robots. I don't think so. I will pillage this trade route. Get 30 energy, 45 science. That is beautiful. I didn't know it gives science as well. It seems like the water is profitable. I have a lot of diplomatic capital because I gave out a lot of agreements. And either this one with finishing more fast covered operations, or a military one, which would. I am not threatened. I don't need the protective one, but I would like integrated 5% strength and range strength inside friendly orbital coverage. I will be defending. I will be shooting things in my area, so why not? I have one free virtue. I don't want the entrepreneurial spaceflight. Civic duty might be fine. Magnasanti as well. Let's go for Magnasanti. Downing Sokwa has declared war on me. Contact victory in 12 turns. This melee unit is kind of trapped and it should heal. We get biometallurgy. More energy that is lost to the beacon. Here, I got 1000 science from Citadella and 243 from the other ones. That propelled terraforming to 1 turn, but I also only got biometallurgy from. So it only counted one of my agents for biometallurgy and the other ones for the next science, for the next technology. I can upgrade my arbiters into vindicators, overseers into executors, +1 range when the unit has not moved is nice, and carver into true carver. 1 unit can breach the enemy lines because they're too powerful. Okay, Brasilia is ready to surrender. Knowledge of genetics pioneering. Okay, that prophet was destroyed by. I got a lot of science, but I didn't set up another technology again. Let's go for collaborative thought, and whisper can be upgraded to shroud. 40% against submarine units, because he's using submarine units against me, and the prophets become redeemers and can levitate. An axiom will produce some weather controllers to get food finally. Okay, Chungsu favors peace. I get some energy, some capital. I'm fine with it. I'm just doing a bit of unnecessary clicking since my victory is approaching in 4 turns. My weather controller can be launched in Axiom, and that will go over here. It will not spawn any resources, but I don't really mind. This is the unique operation to supremacy. Dirty Bomb is for purity, Colossus Strike is for harmony, and Sabotage for supremacy. It will pillage all improvements within 3 tiles of the city. It counts as one of those difficult covered operations to do. I got a completed quest. A Culpor Lodge has been built in my capital city, and covered agent has been recruited.
All human history has led us to this point. Today, humanity emerges from the shadows of isolation. The greatest question, are we alone, has finally been answered. There was no way to anticipate who or what we would discover, but we knew that we were ready. As ambassadors of our planet, our race, our species, we step forward boldly to greet our fellow beings and take our place among the stars.
That's it. That's the beacon, the contact victory. We have contacted a progenitor race. This is the way the game should be continued in the badly received game Sid Meier's Starships, which is a bit of a continuation of Beyond Earth, with the same leaders and with the same affinities, taken into a bit of extreme with spaceships. I don't have the game, I didn't play it yet. I just saw that Potato McWhiskey had played it and didn't really enjoy. It's a bit different game, it's not a 4X, it's a tactical shooter. I don't think that would interest me much. Alright, we have won. It's turn 191. I fulfilled my plan to finish the game before turn 200. Next time, I'm probably not going to push for any kind of victory. Alright, thank you all for watching. Please subscribe, comment if you like. See you next time. Bye.